All right, hello YouTube. Thank you so much for being with me. I'm Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration A.P.C, where we fight for your American dream. And today I'm going to talk about how to do an inquiry with USCIS if you believe that your case is outside of normal processing time. So if there are long delays, right, then the first step is to submit an inquiry with USCIS, and I want to walk you through the process of how we do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully you'll be able to see my screen here as we do this. I'll make my talking page a little bit bigger. I'm going to move a browser over here. All right, and so this is a Google browser. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to www.uscis.gov. That's the first part of the process. All right. And maybe I can move this down somewhere, and maybe I can maximize my size. All right, very good. So hopefully you can see my screen. Hopefully you can see that I'm now on uscis.gov. When you first go to uscis.gov, you want to scroll down to where it says Manage Your Case, and you want to take a note of these three links, all right? The first link to check out, to look at, is where it says check processing times, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that link in a different tab, and I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to make sure that my case really is outside of normal processing times, all right? Because if your case is within normal processing times, they're not going to do anything on an inquiry. So imagine that you have an application to register permanent residence or to adjust your status. And imagine that you filed your case here in the San Francisco area. So I'm just going to choose the San Francisco, California field office. And I'm going to click Get Processing Times. All right. And here it's going to say that 35.5 months is still within regular processing times, which is crazy, right? Almost 3 years it's taking to process the a normal application for a family-based green card, all right? And if you scroll down, it says receipt date for a case inquiry. And so what this says is if your case was received before October 22nd, 2017, then you can file a case inquiry. So imagine that your case was submitted on October 1st of 2017 in this scenario, then great, you can submit an inquiry. All right, and you can say, hey, what's the deal? My case is outside of normal processing times. I submitted it, 3 years ago, and I still haven't received a response. And so, can we get to the bottom of it? And so, the way to do that, then, actually, there's a link to it right here that I'm looking at. But the other way to do it, I'm going to go back to USCIS.gov, and I'm going to say check your case status, and you can click that button. You can enter your receipt number, check case status, and if you scroll down a little bit, there's a button that says Get Help, Submit a Case Inquiry. And that's the button to click on, and then this little thing comes down and you say Visit Page. All right? And so if you're there, now you can do a case inquiry, and the options are your case is outside of normal processing times, or you didn't receive a notice by mail, or you didn't receive a card by mail, or you didn't receive a document by mail, all right? But typically, if you're doing a case inquiry because your case is outside of normal processing times, you click this link, and you give USCIS's website a minute, all right? And here it comes up, outside normal processing time, all right? It gives you that link to check processing times, but you've already done that. If you scroll down, now you can enter your form number. So say it's an I-485. All right. Form type, you'll have to submit what type it was submitted under. Often it's a family-based adjustment. All right. And you'll put your receipt number and the date filed. You can get that on your receipt notice. All right. You can file the applicant's first name, middle name, last name, date of birth, A number, mailing address, all of this information, your last action on the case, okay, biometrics were taken on such and such a date or whatever, your email address, all right, Filed by, it's going to be either the applicant, if this is you yourself, or if you're a lawyer, you could file it as the legal representative, all right? And then hit submit. And when you do that, that is submitting an inquiry regarding why the case is outside of normal processing times. Typically, you'll receive in the mail a receipt saying, yes, they've received that you've requested an inquiry. Please give them 60 days or whatever it is for them to submit some kind of a response to the inquiry. The best practice is to calendar that date that you're supposed to receive a response by. Often you receive nothing by that date. And so then what you do is you submit another one, all right? You submit 2 inquiries, and then you can go higher up. You can go to what's called the USCIS Ombudsman, which we have a different video to explain an ombudsman request to say, to get them to go in and say, hey, why is this case taking so long, all right? Hope this was helpful. I'm gonna stop my screen share. Thank you so much for watching this. If this was helpful, please give us a thumbs up here on YouTube. Our office does this a lot. We do this as a matter of course for our clients. It's just part of a standard case. If your lawyer isn't wanting to do this, or if you want some help with doing this, please feel free to contact our office. We'd be fine to walk you through this process, all right? So thank you so much for watching this. Our number's here below. If you have any questions whatsoever, just let us know. Best of luck with your case. Don't just let USCIS take forever. These cases are taking longer and longer already. Do an inquiry, hold them accountable. They should be a service that does continue to adjudicate cases. And we're just seeing backlogs take, these cases, all immigration cases right now are taking longer and longer. Yeah, we can blame some of it on the coronavirus, but it's more complicated than just that. All right, it's political also, and so let's hold them accountable. They are a service. They are supposed to be adjudicating our cases. So do an inquiry. All right. If you have questions, please give us a call. I'm Otis Landerholm, Landerholm Immigration, A.P.C, where we fight for your American dream. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.